Good afternoon, my lords and ladies, good gentles all. It is my honor to welcome you to the 7th Ethereal Court of the Kingdom of the East. Herein opens the court of Her Majesty, Margarita de Siena, fierce and fabulous Queen of the East, and their highnesses, Tyndall and Albrecht, princes of Tirmara and heirs to the throne of the East.
Good evening, my dear. Good afternoon, my dears. And welcome to Ethereal Court. We have many things to share with you today, and I'm so glad you could join us.
Thank you so much for joining us. I, for one, am grateful, having spent a little bit of time outside today, to be able to have this court today inside. It's hot. Started thinking about EK50 year. Inside is nice sometimes. Thank you for being with us.
Hello and welcome to our court today. I'm so excited you can all join us. It's a very hot one outside, so I hope you're all indoors cooling off to watch our court. Now, I wish you to charge your glasses so we could toast our essential workers and all of the people who are on the front lines of this pandemic. I will also like you to charge your glasses to absent friends, especially one that was most dear to many of us, Viscount Edward Zifrin of Gendy.
Oh, today we have a special video. All of us have been missing our chance to gather with friends and things, and this week's video is all about camping. So thank you for your pictures, and I can't wait to see what it looks like.
Here's a conundrum that's far too common. I'm sure you recognize this trend of skating and camping and inflatable mattresses and how they drive us round the bend. After you've journeyed and then you've tourneyed and you feasted and drank the tavern dry, it's nice to have an inflatable mattress, but by morning on ground you lie. So we sink and sink and sink, and then we think and think and think about how to end the dreaded descent. There's always a leak in the inflatable mattress, most vexatious at every event. At Pantaria, the cold might scare ya when your bottom meets Vermont permafrost as the air leaks from your inflatable mattress, 'cause your inflator won't defrost. So we sink and sink and sink, and then we think and think and think about how to end the dreaded descent. There's always a leak in the inflatable mattress, most vexatious at every event. After Bardic, it's so cathartic to stumble back into your camp, lay your body on your inflatable mattress, only to wake up wet and cramped. So we sink and sink and sink, and then we think and think and think about how to end the dreaded descent. There's always a leak in the inflatable mattress, most vexatious at every event. Grand old Bill here, he has a good ear for listening for elusive leaks. He spends by snuggling with inflatable mattresses. Boy, this group is full of freaks. So we sink and sink and sink, and then we think and think and think about how to end the dreaded descent. There's always a leak in the inflatable mattress, most vexatious at every event. Fearsome Conrad is always prepared. He's got his handy patching kit. He spends 4 hours on the inflatable mattress, but by morning he murders it. So we sink and sink and sink, and then we think and think and think about how to end the dreaded descent. There's always a leak in the inflatable mattress, most vexatious at every event. And then, of course, it's like the Force, the only tool you'll ever need. So you duct tape the inflatable mattress. By 3 a.m. you finally concede. So we sink and sink and sink, and then we think and think and think about how to end the dreaded descent. There's always a leak in the inflatable mattress, most vexatious at every event. So we sink and sink and sink, and then we think and think and think about how to end the dreaded descent. There's always a leak in the inflatable mattress, most vexatious at every event.
Once again, despite us being separated due to the pandemic, there are still many gentles who have done things that deserve to be rewarded. And so without further ado, Her Majesty is presenting the following award. Her Majesty would invite before her Brian Beaton.
Hi, there you are. How are you this evening?
Surprised?
I like that. That's a good thing. So I actually have a couple things to discuss with you today. And the first one is the fact that when we met, do you remember when we met?
The feast.
Yes, the feast. The amazing, I don't really have a kitchen with me. It's all the way over there. Let me bring everything out and out and out. And did I mention and out? Every time I turned around, you brought more food, and all of it was delicious. And you did it with a smile. And then people were talking to me, and they kept telling me how, oh, this isn't his first rodeo. He does this, and he does this. You know, he makes us fresh baked cookies and biscuits, and like he does all of the things, and he does it without a kitchen and without support staff. And there might have been a story about a drill and mixing and bringing that kind of joy to the people around you, be it through feeding them, or your smile, or your positive attitude, or your creative ways to do the cooking, is one of those things that we treasure. So cooking without a kitchen, having done it a couple times, is never fun. And so I want to award you a bird and tiger today. But while we're at it, I just don't feel like that's enough. You've been doing this for many years, and maybe not so much in the East Kingdom and maybe mostly at Penzance, but you have done phenomenal things. And I am so excited to get to do this today.
Drawn as if commanded from far and wide, to sit at tables arrayed, such most find. From kitchen loud a commanding voice, firm instruction and encouraging all. Yet none who serve this stately fare would deny the skill and undoubted flair of the mind behind such cultured dishes, or the service done by hands so quickened. So we call forth Brian Beaton, let him be known, no longer hidden in his dark kitchen realm. A lord of the East we make awarded arms, as devised by his most imaginative mind. Argent, a raven rising to sinister sable, maintaining a kitchen knife, fess-wise ghouls. Scroll is by Lady Triona McCaskey, words by Lord Edmund Bennett.
Thank you so much for everything that you have been doing, and congratulations.
Thank you.
For Lord Brian, Vivat!
Viva!
Vivat!
As is their honor, Her Majesty and their Highnesses would now recognize those that have inspired the Kingdom of the East. Lady Anne Wycliffe.
Lady Anne,
was written in 3 times.
always looking to recognize the work in others and post reminders to others to make them aware that a court is approaching and to write in recognition. She also supplies almost all of the kimono cords that her barony uses for awards in baronial courts.
Aaron the Arrowsmith.
Aaron has done several things that deserve recognition. When ear savers were needed for the hospitals in his barony, he not only printed them, but used his skills with the 3D machine to have them say hero across the back. In addition to this, when it became necessary to cancel Southern Regional War Camp, he used his talents to create a slideshow to celebrate the great event.
The East Kingdom Web Ministry.
This team has gone above and beyond the call of duty over the last several months, supporting all branches of the East Kingdom, as well as the royals. They work tirelessly and without request for acknowledgement, though they deserve it in abundance. They ensure that the people of the kingdom remain connected, and without the East Kingdom's web team, I don't think the East would be weathering everything that's going on as well as we are.
Jarl Ogier the Boot Giver.
Ozier has used his voice as a peer to speak up on social media in defense of those who cannot or are hesitant to. His use of words is as deftly as he uses words as deftly as he uses his sword.
Murda O'Dalley.
Merida should be recognized as an inspiration of the East. At the beginning of COVID-19 pandemic, he would use his free time to dig through his stores of goods and give away for free for a number of armor pieces, weapons that were no longer crucial to his kit. Since the latest political troubles have started, as an NYPD officer, he has been working 12-hour shifts 7 days a week, working a thankless job and keeping the public safe. His burden has been great, and I think a little public recognition for his efforts would do him a lot of good. We thank you for everything that you continue to do, not only for the kingdom, but for all of us.
Once again, Her Majesty has gentles that must be recognized for their contributions to this kingdom with awards. Her Majesty would invite into her court Rodolfo Grimolfsson.
Hi, how are you today?
Good.
Good. So we brought you here today because you have been doing some amazing things. One of them being that you are one of my youth champions. But you've been fighting and you've been working on
Nope, it's
your
laggy.
prowess and the way you comport yourself and things like that. And I want to celebrate that with your friends and family by awarding you a Gawain.
A what? A Gawain. You get more?
The youth training for valor and championships.
Ah.
Malcolm?
Yes. Combat is a thing that brings great joy to those who have the opportunity to participate, but also to those who get to watch. Though many of our combatants are fierce and formidable, the youth combatants of this kingdom are not to be ignored. It is for that reason this day that I, Margarita de Siena, Queen of East, do induct Rodolfo Grimolfsson into the Order of the Gawain, with all rights and privileges due unto him as such.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yay!
You're welcome.
For Rodolfo, newest companion of the Order of the Gawain. Vivat!
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 Hi everybody, it's Maeve, Kingdom Seneschal. I have two pieces of business today. One is to remind the populace that as the kingdom's formal shutdown period has ended, we're reminding the populace that each local group is to follow its state or province and local government guidelines for reopening. As tempting as it might be to see your friends in an different area within the kingdom, please heed travel and self-quarantine restrictions. As each group considers whether it can safely hold small gatherings, our previously announced restrictions remain in place, with a small change that indoor activities can be held if additional safety measures are taken. In-person Royal Progress events are some months away at the earliest. Martial practices must continue to follow guidelines from the Kingdom Earl Marshal. My second piece of business is very fast breaking. Within the past hour, we have heard from the board that they want kingdoms with an international border to discuss within the kingdom, as well as with cousin kingdoms in the same situation, what to do about Crown Tournament. Her Majesty and their Highnesses haven't had a chance to read the email because it has literally just come in. So I ask the populace to stay tuned for messages about how this conversation will go forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Maeve. And now we continue with more awards from Her Majesty for the populace. Her Majesty invites before her Eleanor de Astley.
Hi.
Hi, how are you today?
I'm well. How are you?
Doing wonderful. So you have been jumping into society and you have been doing all of the things, lending a hand, helping out, sharing your wonderful smile. There have been many people that have brought you to my attention, and I just want to share this moment and be excited as we award you your AOA.
Oh, wow.
Long before a dancer takes to the stage, untold hours are spent, sans an audience. Moves that spellbind as if cast by a mage begin out of the proper cadence. Precision and grace upon the dance floor is but a foundation for excellence laid. Clothing our newest subjects and much more, our dancer pirouettes to chatelaine. Still not done, she spins another deft move, managing missives from both near and far. Flows of information maintain her groove, for such a soul, absent any known mar. An award of arms we give most justly, made Lady Eleanor de Astley. Done joyously by our hand, Annal Societatis 55, words by Tiarna Shandu, and calligraphy and illumination by Pani Irinia Miaskovna.
Wow.
So for the first time, Lady Eleanor.
For Lady Eleanor. Vivat!
God.
Vivat!
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 East Kingdom, you've been doing wonderful things this whole pandemic, and it's time for our mass count. At this point in time, as of last night, 8,125 masks have been donated and 1,285 ear savers. Keep up the amazing work.
The people of the East are quite resilient and constantly working on new and better things. And as such, they are always around to be recognized for the things that they do. Her Majesty would invite before her Adeline de Verrier.
How are you? I'm so excited you are. Thank you. So you and I have like gotten to know each other a little bit because like trying to figure out schedules. I know schedules and craziness, and you were probably like, why does she want me now? Well, this time it's all about you. Your smile is so infectious right now. Thank you. The joy you bring to the people around you, being supportive, having that infectious smile, that laugh, that enthusiasm has brought you to the attention of many people, and they have came to me. And so I get to do this today.
When the monarch speaks of joy, she thinks of a lady who doth employ herself willingly in the art of fence and joins our game with exuberance. This lady is of pure delight, with countenance that shines so bright, which helps to make our toils merry, even as she learns to parry. Each engagement done with vivacity shows all her abundant capacity. For joy, exuberance, and love, we were noticed from above by Margarita, our great queen, who, gathering us, will paint this scene, where Adeline de Verrier will, in short, become a lady of her court. Scroll is by Ranka Ottsdottir, words by Ismay DeLynn.
I am so excited for you. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
For Lady Adeline. Vivat!
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 Woohoo!
As a small side note, I'm telling you, everyone who talks about you talks about how infectious and joyous you are. And you have definitely shown and shared that with us today. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Hello. It is my turn to let you know about the Toys for Tigers program. Please keep sending in people, your little tigers, so that they may receive a nice purple envelope from the royals.
And to continue on, more inspiration coming from the East. Lady Abigail of Lorraine.
Lady Abigail has just learned has made 500 masks during the COVID stay-at-home orders.
Lady Eleanor d'Astley.
Another person who inspires me is Eleanor d'Astley. She has posted every day an inspirational photo of her medieval life, including photos of her dog dressed in barding and a well-supplied medieval sewing boxes, amongst many others.
Baroness Una Logan and Baron William Walworth de Durham.
Baroness Una and Baron William have just moved into the East Kingdom from Caid, though they are well known to the members of Hartsthorndale with ties and friendships of many years. They have offered use of their home and property for meetings and gatherings. They have also both volunteered to fill vacant offices. Una hopes to take on the role of chatelaine, and William will be her herald. William's not on Facebook, but he has just finished serving a term on the board of directors.
Demetrios Alexandros.
Demetrios Alexandros has been regularly posting training videos showing how he is working to make sure his claws stay sharp while also practicing other martial pursuits, like archery. I personally love the way that he incorporates his children into his exercise routines, and continues to be quite the beast of an East Kingdom tiger.
Isabel Del Oaks.
She has taken the 7x7 largesse challenge from Coronation and ran with it. Since the start of COVID-19, she has completed 125 individual pieces of largesse of many different kinds, from her hand-bound books to jewelry, pens, and more. She is still making largesse and is currently aiming to finish a third 7x7 challenge too.
Harmony Rose.
Harmony Rose is one of our young tigers of the East and has started running and DMing an online D&D game for teens and tweens of the East Kingdom.
Again, Her Majesty has the opportunity to recognize a gentle for their contributions to this kingdom. Her Majesty would call before her Rayla Abathier.
Did it. Hi.
Oh, there you are. Hi.
Hi.
So, how are you doing this evening?
Doing well, thank you. How are you?
I am doing lovely. We're just going to take a few minutes to talk about how amazing and wonderful you are. Is that okay?
Yeah.
She's a little shy.
That's okay. So you have been jumping in and you've been doing things in society and you've been encouraging others and stepping out and learning new things, and it is a joy to get to recognize you today for all of those things and some more.
Yay!
Malcolm?
There's a buzz that's been heard in Setmore Swamp of someone due full circumstance and pup. Rayla Abathier, a cook and steward, now an officer who works herself hard. Margarita, a queen most ingenious, trusts this award won't be an inconvenience. For Rayla, these arms is deserving in light of the works we've been observing. Words by Aislinn Kiabach, scroll by Fionnuala the Volatile.
When I said you've been jumping in and doing all the things, you really have been. And I hope you will continue and will find joy and happiness within our society. So congratulations today.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
For Lady Rayla.
Viva!
Populace of the East. As we begin looking forward at what we have left of summer, my mind turns towards the coronation bids that we received. Having looked over them with His Highness and the financial committee within the kingdom, we have selected one of the several bids that we received. And I am very, very happy to announce that we will be having a coronation in the Shire of Quintavia on August 15th. I would like to add on to that. One of the reasons we selected this award, this event will be extremely small, essential staff only, with a internet presence, much like we're doing now in the Ethereal Court. This was done intentionally so that we could commit to a date and not have to remove it from the calendar moving forward. We can 100% certain say that August 15th, the East Kingdom will have a coronation. We look forward to stepping up as your sovereign in consort. We look forward to Her Majesty being able to take a much-deserved break from steering the ship that she has done beyond the capacity that I would have seen in myself. We hope it is a day of great joy, and we hope that many of you are able to join us virtually as you are doing now. As we look forward to the summer, other things that we would have hoped fill the schedule are finding ways to exist virtually. We're looking forward to hosting some storytelling and some I'm aware that Penzic is doing ANS online through their academy, but one of the other things that I'm really looking forward to is a movement taking up a virtual way to address the children's activities that we would have seen over the summer. And I believe we have some more information to share about that.
Thank you so much. Hi, I'm Hugeline the Delegate, Chancellor Minor for the East Kingdom, and I am very excited to share a new initiative with you called EK Tiger Camp. EK Tiger Camp is an online collection of classes and activities for our Kingdom's youth to interact with so they can continue to enjoy the SCA even when we aren't able to meet in person. Think of it as a virtual youth point. To make this initiative really successful, we need your help. If you have any videos of activities or classes or printable how-to guides that you think would appeal to our younger members of the Kingdom, please email them to me at chancellor-minor@eastkingdom.org. Our youth have incredibly varied interests and ability levels. We would love whatever you would like to share. Viking hiking, how to tune a harp, introductions to heraldry, simple sewing patterns, favorite SCA recipes, how to build a persona. The sky is the limit. If you have any questions or if you would like to know more, please email me at chancellor-minor@eastkingdom.org or PM me on Facebook. With your help, we can make this a wonderful resource for our Kingdom's youth. Thank you so much for your time.
Welcome to Tiger Camp. For more information or to submit activities, welcome to Tiger Camp. For more information or to submit activities, email Hugeline the Delegate at chancellor-minor@eastkingdom.org.
And further inspiration from the East. Lady Sarah LaPaler.
Inspires me as she too navigates the new work-from-home atmosphere surrounded by feline coworkers. But while she keeps Wed Ministry and Hearthrowndale running smoothly, she has also been purchasing a home, trying to navigate moving in a contactless world and putting a new roof on her new home. She too enjoys us every week for our Brunch with Hearthrowndale series and always has a project she is working on while she chats, and will happily locate a kitty to cheer us up.
Lady Millicent de Heathwaite
has been helping us continue to our future by working on an event that our group hopes to hold about a year from now. She regularly joins our Sunday brunches and is always happy to offer the baking services while addressing any allergy concerns with contactless handoff.
Lord Tancred de Lanvalette
has helped us keep the laughter in our group by frequently posting amusing memes and anecdotes, usually with well-known portraits of Renaissance or medieval themes, to Hearthrowndale Facebook group, and if you are lucky enough to be friends with him, you will catch stories of Mitz the Cat's adventures as well.
Prefect Titus Aurelius Magnus of Andebegine.
In addition to being an essential worker, Titus has been a beacon of light, along with his partner, Baroness Sorsha, who together host a monthly get-together called Cocktails with the Coronet, which has been a fantastic way to relax and hang out with people from inside the barony as well as friends of the barony outside the monthly meetings. They obviously love and care for their ducks, which is a nice way to connect while we're still separated.
Leila Alsana Al-Andalusia.
Despite the COVID-19 pandemic, chronic illness, and chronic pain, she constantly works hard to continue to help other Scadians expand their knowledge of vocal technique and historic music. She is an asset all the time, and through her art and music is especially amazing now. She also tirelessly fights for greater accessibility in the SCA for herself and others, and is an inspiring, passionate, and articulate warrior for inclusiveness in our society.
Baroness Sorsha of Stonegrave of Andabageen.
Sorsha has been a source of light for the barony. She has found fun ways to keep our baronial populace engaged, including my favorite, Cocktails with the Cornet. Sorsha's bright personality, fun sense of humor, and care for the people inspire me and have kept our barony happy and helped it glow even during this difficult time.
Lady Astrid Magnusdotter.
Lady Astrid has jumped in and taken on a project of making balls for the toy chest. She even has taught a small class online so that others could learn how to make them and share in the joy of giving to the East.
The Honorable Lady Elizabeth Marshall.
I would like to show appreciation for Elizabeth, who is a senior member of the Athena Assemble. This spring, while switching into a work from home mode, she has had to deal with the rebuilding of her kitchen after a fire. She has kept an upbeat attitude and gives us regular updates on how her feline co-workers are coping with having her home.
Quintus Quintilius Mortis.
Q has been an inspiration since joining the SCA a year ago. Always willing to join as I travel to new events, making sure to introduce me to everyone and everything. Whenever I express interest in something or attempt a project, I can guarantee I will have his aid. His action, along with many others, has helped guide me into wonderful examples of how to be welcoming to newcomers and to make the SCA feel like home.
Recently, Her Majesty had a unique opportunity which allowed her to present some awards to certain members of her royal household.
Her Majesty would invite before her Magnus and Grania.
Hi! I know this was completely unexpected, and I know you guys are good. And that this is a little shocking and things, and you didn't know we were doing this. You thought I just kind of attached myself to your house. But today, I want to recognize you both for everything you have done for my reign from the beginning, where you guys didn't know me and you just went, okay, we got you. And you jumped in my first event as queen by myself. You guys were like, oh, you're coming? We got you. And you spent the entire day taking care of me and making sure that I was okay. And you have spent every day since then doing the same. You guys have become so dear to my heart, part of my family. And I cannot think of a better way to say thank you than this.
Let it be known unto all who hear these words that we, Margarita, Queen of the East, have noted the long and faithful service given our realm by our Grania Inyan O'Brocklin, and for noted service to our person, in recognition of which do we this day confer upon the dignity and splendor of a baroness of our court, with grant of arms, argent, and a cat's paw print azure, a mullet argent, a chief dovetailed sable, with she may proudly display without let or hindrance, in witness whereof we have set our seal.
But wait, there's a little bit more.
Yes, want this part.
Oh, yes, we should.
Scroll is by Natalia Anastasia Yevgenova Slyatlovina Vanuchka. I can actually say that more. Also known as Bob. East, pure Elk's sea expanse. Eyes, those we should explore. Mighty Margarita, marvel's queen, glorious, most men know this, guard and great champion, good advisor, trainer, magnate, Magnus Wolfhunt, metal weapon wainer. His peg helm is heightened, here his helmet peg heightens, higher rank, honor due. Baron, bequeathed today, bright skies for his debut. Counter Ermine, a fair aloof 3 wolf's teeth issuant from Dexter, and 3 wolf's teeth issuant from Sinister Argent, born by worthy Magnus, where he may travel this new throughout grant, therefore never unravel. Here in hard 155th on a Societatis, we barely steer the wake elk. Your poise, we asked grant us. On my own, we're pleased for our very glad kinfolk, any modes of kith and clan, more found for love to stoke. Words by Aislinn Kiebach, calligraphy and illumination by Magdalena Landferrerin.
I just want to tell you both, thank you for everything you have done. This is well deserved, and it hasn't just been my reign that you have served within the East. You have served in many ways, taking care of a house, jumping in your local group, making sure that anything that needs done that you guys can do, you jump in and do it. Thank you so much for all you do for our kingdom. Please stand.
For their excellencies, Grania and Magnus.
Vivat! Vivat! Vivat!
How was my voice? Let's wait.
There's more. Not for you guys.
Oh,
You're
okay.
good. Like trying to social distance. Colin, since I stepped up as princess and I have had crazy ideas, like I want to do this and I want to do this and I want all these beautiful things, but you and I both know I can't art. You have jumped in every crazy idea I've had, be it a cornet, be it an artwork for a bag for gifts, be it painting shields on boxes. You have done everything with a smile. You've jumped in and gone, oh gosh, your PowerPoint, please let me fix that. I appreciate you, and I want to name you the artist to the crown. And I have a special little gift for you. It is a multifaceted art box to help keep you organized and keep your supplies. There's a couple medieval brush rests and things in there made of glass. So just a little thank you. Thank you.
For Colin McKinnon, artist to the crown.
Vivat! Vivat! Vivat!
Her Majesty invites before her, Winfled et Hamptonshire.
Hello. Hi, how's it going? So you have been doing amazing things throughout the kingdom. You have been doing stamping and dressmaking and all sorts of art. But more than that, you have done service. You have done service for me, you have done service for our kingdom. You work for your local group, you are always jumping in, and that service is invaluable. And it's that service today that I wish to recognize. Oh, yes! Oh, that's a really good idea.
Her Majesty invites before her the companions of the Order of the Silver Wheel.
If you all will stand over here for social distancing purposes,
yes.
You can stand there. She's yours.
To all who hear these words, greetings from Margarita, the glorious Queen of the East. Winfled at Hamptonshire travels through our realm, aiding noble fighters with water, sword, or helm. She donates both time and goods to support our realm, assisting those both old and new as retainer and chatelaine. This lady helps many to achieve their great ambitions, for she is a hard worker, and thus worthy of admission to our Order of the Silver Wheel, for she is just and loyal. This patient silver wheel is true and unafraid of toil. Her steadfast dedication makes our kingdom thrive, done by our hand in Anno Societatis 55.
We have a special medallion made for you by your peer and her knight.
Forthcoming scroll, by the way, by Magdalena von Kirchberg.
It is absolutely beautiful. Congratulations.
For Winfled, newest companion to the Order of the Silver Wheel.
Vivat! Vivat! Vivat!
Thank you very much.
Her Majesty would invite before her Kasume no Tanaka.
Hi. You have been a force to be recognized and a force of amazing dedication to the East for years and years. You have stepped forward and been an extra support for me in this time, and I thank you. And the way today that I'm going to recognize all the service you do for the East Kingdom is to do this.
Midsummer Lotus fills pools of contemplation as the Tiger Empress gathers her court. Kasume no Tanaka is summoned before the throne to be honored, having served the Empress well, quietly giving her time and her counsel, just as she has done for countless Eastern Empresses before her. The Empress hides her tears amid the water lilies. Kasumi will be retiring her post soon, and no gift can repay the years of service she has devoted to the realm. Already being a noble of the third rank, Empress Margarita directs her heralds to consult with Mistress Kasumi as she is given an augmentation of arms on this 19th day of the 7th month in the 55th year of our society. The cicadas hum their approval at the court. Congratulations, Kasumi. Her time with the Empress draws close to its end, but all are certain she will be summoned to service again before long. Scroll by Mariette de Bretagne.
We will be putting a picture of your scroll. It is a Japanese style, and so unable to ship and things like that. So I just want you to know when she'll be, Heather will be putting out pictures and things. Congratulations. And
For Kasumi, newest recipient of an augmentation of arms.
Vivat! Vivat! Vivat!
Congratulations to all of those who have received awards. It is so nice to see the happiness on the people and the smiles as they receive them. Please know that we love you and miss you, and we can't wait to see you again when we can all get into a person. I'm glad you all came to Ethereal Court today. Thank you so much, and we hope to see you soon.
Thank you so much for joining us today. As His Highness Albrecht said, we look forward to a time when we can see everyone in person again. But as we move from summer to fall to winter, let us start to think and work together about how to keep the spirit of the East strong and how we can stay connected during the times when we won't be able to see each other. It seems like it might stretch out before us for a little bit. And I know personally, I have found comfort in the continuing connection and spirit of the East during these months, and look forward to being able to grow that as we move forward. Thank you.
My dear East Kingdom, thank you for joining us. And congratulations to all of those who have received awards. It is amazing to see your smiling faces and to share in your joy. And I look forward to getting to do that for a little bit longer. Thank you all, and I hope to see you soon.
My lords and ladies, good gentles all, we hope that you stay safe and everybody stays well. The next Ethereal Court of Her Majesty will be on Saturday, August the 8th at 4 p.m. Until then, herein closes the Court of Her Majesty, Margarita de Siena, and their Highnesses, Tyndall and Albrecht, Princes of Tirmara. Long live the Queen! Long live the Princes of Tirmara! Long live the Kingdom of the East!